So I've just started this video without saying anything because there was a homeless guy just where I was standing, so I didn't want to disturb him. Be respectful and all that. Anyway, I am in Tottenham Hale, and this, quite in a way by accident, is the site of the Harris Lebus furniture factory. As you see, it says Harris Lebus Way. The Lebus furniture factory, which was, let's do a wider view, which was possibly my finger there, was the largest furniture factory certainly in the UK, but also possibly at one point in the world, which when you think about how large factories in China are now, it's probably tiny. But anyway, like I said, this is a bit of an impromptu video really. I didn't intend to come down to Tottenham Hale to do this, but we were going on a walk, myself and my wife, so it's just a little opportunity to have a little quick look round. There won't be anything of the factory left, so there may be the odd bit of wall, etc. And this probably does merit me doing a video of a slightly longer nature another time. So I am filming actually people's houses, so I probably should be a little bit more respectful. But it's interesting to actually see when you come down the steps from the road there. You see Tottenham Hale station's over in that distance. You see all this new development going up all over the place, because it was all very industrial around here. You can see the railway arches, and almost certainly that bridge there where that Asda lorry is for doing deliveries, that would have taken you out through to more industrial stuff. So that's the set of steps that I came down earlier on. So all of this development would have gone up, I would have said probably in the 1970s, late 70s, mid to late 70s, because Lebus's would have probably closed down around the early 70s, I would have thought. I'm guessing a little bit, and forgive me if I've got it all wrong. Interesting names here, like Jarrow Road there in the distance. So we're in North 17, Tottenham, and I'm walking down towards Ferry Boat Inn, and I'm going to have some lunch hopefully shortly. So yeah, just by the size of this housing estate, which all went up at the same time, gives you a fair idea of just how large the factory was. And if you have a look at photographs online of the Lebus factory, you'll see what I mean. There were vast sheds where literally raw materials were coming in off the canal, which is over in that way, or the River Lee Conservancy, I think it is. We've got a nice map here, so if we go and have a look at that. Careful of the traffic, I don't get run over. So this video is going to be a bit of a departure for this channel, because I had set up as North West London Time Machine, but now I'm just going to have my own videos because it'll have my industrial stuff as well. So there we go, there's the estate. So you can see Harris Lebus Way at the bottom there. So that whole site would have all been the furniture factory. The Lee Navigation, so stuff was coming in off the Lee Navigation from the docks, would have come in through the sheds here, and then it would have been processed from a raw product through to finished furniture items. And Lebus's made all sorts of factory furniture rather, and they were also the utilities company. So during the Second World War, Lebus's made utility furniture, which was affordable furniture for the public, and it had the CC marking on it, if you're familiar with that. So yeah, it's a very changed landscape to how it would have been 100 years ago, something like that. The 1920s, it still would have been operating. It's a nice estate, this. I mean, I speak to someone who's lived on a concrete estate in Leytonstone back in the late 90s. This isn't bad by any measure. It's not high scale. If you look at the stuff over here, which is going to be private sector stuff, it's a very different story. So that is that, and I'm just going to keep filming, so to speak, so that we take us up onto where the lee navigation is. Dum da dum da dum up here. So that's part of it, I assume. We keep going. There we go. So this is the lee navigation. So as I said, stuff would have come in off this from the docks, and that wood would have come from all sorts of places, maybe from the UK, but also from places like Canada and other parts of the old British Empire and Commonwealth as it became. So you can see those inlets coming in off the right, and I assume that that would have been something to do with Lebuses, but it's old stone there. So yeah, without boring you too much, I'll probably leave it there. But thank you for watching, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit amateur for me. I may very well at some point do a talk on the radio about Lebuses, because I think it's worthy of a mention. I probably have mentioned it in the past. That's making a reference there to the slots I do on BBC Radio London with Robert Elms on Sundays now. So I shall leave you there, and thank you very much for watching.